Championship, not just over the course of the season, but today as well as anything to go by. We can probably expect the unexpected. We always knew it was going to be a big 90 minutes here this evening for Gordon Strachan and Middlesbrough. Well, that now can be condensed into a massive 45 with 2 away games to come, so best part of a fortnight before they next play again here. These are serious times for Middlesbrough to make an impact. Leeds United have been forced into those 2 changes towards the end of the first half through injury, so they send on Bradley Johnston and Andy Hughes. As their left side was injured, George McCartney and Sanchez Watt both forced off. No changes, interestingly enough, for Middlesbrough yet. And we see a change in approach, though, Don.
I think we have to see a change in approach. To be fair, got to get more support to the forward players, got to get better width, got to get better quality crosses into the penalty area.
Well, Kink has run almost the full width of the field. And back comes Becchio to break up the Middlesbrough attack. There he is again, the Argentinian, picking it up almost on the edge of his own box. He's now run half the length of the field.
If you're Gordon Strachan, you would maybe remind your team, Leeds United were 4-1 up in their last away, at Ellen Road against Preston. 4-1 up and lost 6-4, so they have got it in them to throw away strong positions, shall we call them. It's one of the few focuses, positive focuses, that Gordon Strachan could have given messages to his team. They have to pick up the pace.
Supporters, managers even can accept defeat if it comes about after a fully committed, full-blooded performance. But if it's a half-hearted defeat, if it's one where you feel you could have done better, that's the disappointing thing, isn't it?
Well, I was reading Gordon Strachan's notes prior to this match, prior to kick-off, and it says precisely that. Got to be able to look in the mirror knowing you've given it your all, and I'm not sure how many of those Middlesbrough players could say that about their first half performances.
Well, they still have a half to put it right. Kink with the run, and that is better from Middlesbrough. Boyd was there, but solid defending denying him.
Well, defender did just enough. I think Chris Boyd may well think the defender is going to head this away. I think it's Connolly, and he doesn't head it away. I think Chris Boyd thinks he is going to, otherwise he may well be able to anticipate that and get more on top of it and hit the target. But it's better, isn't it? And that's a cross. Finally got a cross from Timo Kink.
Well, the only impact that he really made in the first half, Timo Kink, was on the ankle of Sanchez Watt. He's certainly one who looks like he has the flea in the ear from his manager at the start of the second.
So important, aren't they, modern football, wide players. You look at the difference in the first half, and Snodgrass always available, always offering plenty of width, always prepared to go both ways, inside and outside, and that gives defenders a problem.
Well, despite all the problems that they've had, Middlesbrough, and there have been plenty of them this season, home form has been okay. As Gordon Strachan told us before the game, nothing spectacular, but it is just about acceptable. Don't lose many here either. They lost in the FA Cup in January, they lost on the opening day here against Ipswich. Those are the only 2 in 2010. Kink.
To keep the ball down that right side, because there is absolutely nobody, no width whatsoever on this near side for Middlesbrough. Ball comes over, there's your wide left player. Should really be in that kind of an area, but instead Nicky Bailey right on the other side of the pitch.
Playing 2 right wingers without a left one in that particular attack. Tavares. Kink. Who's now filling that left midfield brief, but he's dispossessed by Snodgrass. An offside flag goes up against Luciano Becchio.
I I don't know what formation they're playing. I don't know whether the wide players are supposed to be playing narrow or supposed to be coming inside. Penny for them. You know, we heard Peter Beardsley at half-time saying that these Middlesbrough players have got to give this crowd something, anything, to get their teeth into. Desperately, supporters up here desperate to be onside, desperate to get behind their team, but nothing for them yet.
Sommer. Howson. Connolly. Bailey doing the pressing. Nawaka seeing off his compatriot with a dart in field. Wheater playing a risky game there, Middlesbrough. Tavares. Oh, desperate to pass it out from the back, despite all the Leeds pressing. Will they get their reward in the end? Hit the front through McDonald, who seeks Boyd. Naylor's there for Leeds. Kink. Well, a little lightweight in the challenge from Kink, and out come Leeds. The goal scorer, Sommer. Connolly. And both at Leeds United during the glory days, the league championship win nearly 2 decades ago now. Strachan, the captain, Grayson on the fringes of the team. Wheater. Oh, he's done that nicely. Decent ball in for Boyd! Just listen to the roar. Goal number 3 for Chris Boyd for Middlesbrough, and they are level.
Well, would you say that's the first quality cross that's gone into the penalty area? I think I would, and it is quality, believe me. It all starts from David Wheater bringing it out and feeding the wide player, who gets an absolutely sumptuous cross into the box. The right back, Matthew Bates, and Chris Boyd does a lot of work to do because that ball bounces really awkwardly just in front of Chris Boyd. But watch the control. He knows exactly what he's doing. He stamps down with the studs of his boot onto the ball, and he gets the right angle to leave Jason Brown absolutely no chance. It's a top-class finish.
Well, the all-time record goal scorer in the SPL came south to English football with a big reputation. He's just scored a really big goal for Middlesbrough.
Listen to the crowd. Listen to the crowd now. Just what they needed. Just what they needed. And Leeds United may be guilty of thinking this game was a bit too easy for them. I warned you, didn't I? Leeds, one of the most capable teams in this division of switching off and snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. A long way to go still.
But suddenly there's a different feel where before there was anxiety and disdain even in some quarters of the ground. Now there's relief and excitement again.
Can Middlesbrough learn a lesson? Can they provide some width? Can they get some quality crosses into Leeds United's penalty area? The first time they do it, they reap the rewards.
Tell you what, Matthew Bates came forward a couple of times in the first half, Don, didn't he? And Middlesbrough looked dangerous. He came forward there. Goal.
Spot on. Absolutely spot on.
And he's been one who's had to be a peg in many defensive holes. I think he's filled all the defensive berths at one stage. Left back, centre half, and an effective right back, providing a hugely effective ball for Chris Boyd's goal. Chris Boyd's second goal in the last 8 games. What will it do for him? What will it do for Middlesbrough? What will it do in the grand scheme of things for Gordon Strachan? And we're going to find out shortly. Wheater away. Here's Fine. Tavares comes out. King. Tavares has given it away. King trying to win it back. In goes Sommer.
He's the one who looks really, really leggy, you know. I don't know if he was away on international duty during the last week or so, Tavares, but he's looked leggy to me.
He's been ill, Don.
He's been ill. Yeah. Well, that may explain it. That may explain it.
And they are short in the midfield area in Middlesbrough as well, which is why he was urged to play. Injuries long-termers to Willow Flood and Kevin Thompson, who did start the last match, but picked up an injury very early on in it. Suspension to Barry Robson. All little contributory factors to the problems that Gordon Strachan has had to contend with here.
Once again, for me, Middlesbrough, Tarmo King coming inside constantly, rolling the ball to Tavares, and when that goes wrong, just left them a little exposed.
Bailey. O'Neill. Back to Nicky Bailey. Too much on that cross. It was cool enough from Hughes.
Not only really Chris Boyd to aim for, but if I were of a Middlesbrough persuasion, I'd be delighted with that. That's your left winger actually getting to the byline and getting across in the penalty area.
Naylor. Hughes. Well, certainly battling more in the second half. There's more visible commitment anyway.
Absolutely, absolutely, you can see it. And the fans can see it too.
Arca. McDonald. Cross comes Collins.
Oh, I think it took a deflection, you know. That's why Connolly left it. I feel a bit aggrieved, Leeds United, about that.
I think there's much chance of Middlesbrough taking a quick one. Arca. Tavares. Wheater. Seeking Boyd. Now Bailey. Boyd's pulled off into a decent position. Bailey just had a little too much on the cross.
He's getting more involved in the games than Nicky Bailey. A couple of times in the last couple of minutes we've seen him get crosses into the penalty area. First one obviously a whole lot better than that one, but more positive signs for Middlesbrough.
Just lost his footing there, didn't he, King? It's going to be a slow process, any Middlesbrough revival and climb up the table. It is congested, it is even more so than last year, an unpredictable league, this N-Power Championship. Of course, there's precedent in this neck of the woods for a side to struggle at the start of the year and go on and lift the title at this level. Roy Keane's Sunderland did it a few years back. More water has gone under the bridge when they started their revival. Roy Keane coming in after 5 games, but Middlesbrough, if they can turn this round and string together a few results, who knows? Suddenly this turgid start to the season will seem a distant memory.
It's more the away form that they've got to get right if that's going to happen, isn't it, Middlesbrough?
A touch from Becchio, finding Sommer. Dug out really well, it looked very dangerous. McManus heading it clear.
And gets another cheap throw in the giveaway. The ball was just drifting aimlessly out, but unless he gets any kind of a confident, loud shout from the players around him, he has to deal with that, Stephen McManus.
Even though they have equalised, still confident shouts, something that's been lacking for Middlesbrough recently at the back. Connolly with the Leeds throw. Becchio's header. Tavares. And McDonald. Arca. O'Neill thought about it. Brings Kink into play. The deflection is a comfortable catch for Brown.
He just seems to be making a lot of wrong decisions, doesn't he? Tarmo Kink had an overlap on the outside, best served turning out and rolling it out wide and getting crosses in. That led to the goal. He's determined to keep cutting in on that left foot and having shots.
He played in the international window in Estonia's win against Serbia, scored as well, Tarmo Kink. This is Snodgrass now for Leeds. Out by Wheater. Connolly. Bustle to the ground, but fairly by McDonald. Leeds have it back. Becchio. In goes Bates. Bradley Johnson, first on the scene for Leeds. Becchio! Oh, super goal! Really classy from Luciano Becchio. And Leeds are back in front.
Wow, wow. Wow, what a strike this is. An absolute beauty. And let's not forget the fact that that is the man who charged down a Middlesbrough clearance. Middlesbrough marked as their own downfall. They had the ball, they didn't do anything with it. But there's Becchio charging it down, and then he makes his way into the area, hangs out a bit. Bradley Johnson finds him perfectly. There is, let me tell you, an awful lot of work for Becchio to have to do from there, but he meets it, he times it to perfection, he gets the absolute perfect contact, perfect deflection. It may even have taken a slight deflection off one of his own teammates that is in there. It may be a tiny deflection, but I think it was flying in anyway. And it's an absolutely wonderful goal.
Well, the strike was so good, it deserved a little bit of luck. Luciano Becchio for Leeds United. And the Middlesbrough revival is halted in its tracks.
And again, I have to tell you, that's 3 goals that have come from crosses in this match. What a finish, what a strike. May well have just, as I say, taken a slight deflection. I wouldn't want to be the person trying to take that off him.
Well, the Leeds United fans celebrating behind the goal. They don't care if it was deflected or not. And it comes from Snodgrass. Indecision at the back, and they're all leaving it to each other. Eventually Luke Steele is out.
It's amazing, isn't it? Goals, how they change games, how they change moods around grounds. Leeds United were cruising, scored, got their noses in front. From the minute Middlesbrough equalised, you looked and you thought, Middlesbrough just pushing forward, looking the more likely. One moment of absolute brilliance. The whole mood changes again.
Well, Leroy Lita is going to come on in a moment for Middlesbrough. He's stripped and ready for action. Wouldn't be surprised on giving his contribution so far if it was Tamo King who made way.
Well, nothing has really gone right for him, but it remains to be seen.
Typically brave header away by Naylor.
The first impression is maybe a little bit harsh, but Gordon Strachan keen to make this change. And it is King.
So a third striker effectively thrown on here for Middlesbrough. They're going to play with three up top. They're going to reorganise a little bit, we'll find out.
McDonald will be sent to a wider role on that right-hand side. Maybe a likely option for Middlesbrough.
Well, it was such a good goal. It also came at such a good time for Leeds United, because you can really see Middlesbrough starting to grow in belief and ambition as well. Connolly. Howson.
No need for them to rush, is there? Take the time over every set piece. Leeds United.
Snodgrass. Connolly. Looking for the return. Arca covering effectively. Manning Tavares. Good pressing from Leeds, forcing Middlesbrough all the way back to their own goalkeeper and forcing a wayward clearance. McManus. O'Neill. McDonald. Fye. Snodgrass. McDonald trying to release Chris Boyd.
Well, I thought there was a little bit of overconfidence by Leeds, which I think just slightly opened the door, left the door ajar for Middlesbrough to get that equaliser. And there are one or two signs in the last couple of minutes from Robert Snodgrass of a similar thing happening. They've got to really, really guard against that. Leeds United got to learn their lessons at this level. Giving possession away needlessly a couple of times in the last minute or so.
Well, there was mistakes they made at times during that very nervy run-in last year when they lost 4 games in a row and seemed to be throwing away the chance of automatic promotion. They steadied the ship, though, got across the line with 5 wins in their last 7 matches. This is Becchio. Oh, he very nearly pulled another one out of the top drawer.
Wow, again. Did I say wow before?
It's worth saying again.
It certainly is.
Had that one gone in, but managed to get a couple of inches the other way, then a third for Leeds would surely spell the end for Middlesbrough.
He's been immense, absolutely immense, and he's high on confidence, and look where he's shooting from. Really controlled strike as well, and I didn't think that his goal would have been beaten here tonight, but had that nestled in the top of that net, it would have bettered it. Absolutely stunning effort. High on confidence now, and why not? This is his goal. Once again, Middlesbrough have got the ball there and they give it away really clumsily. And Becchio charges that down. Been working really hard all game, sometimes for little reward, but this isn't little reward. This is full reward for a really hard working performance, and gets a slight deflection, you know, off the back of Johnny Howson. Surely wouldn't try and take that away from him, would he? Surely not.
Thinking that.
I don't think even I would take it off him for that strike, to be fair. I know some strikers that would, though.
And it may well come in the category of being one fit to win any match, whoever it came off. At the moment, it's going to do just that. 20 minutes to play. Middlesbrough 1, Leeds United 2. Leeds heading for what would be their second away win of the season. Middlesbrough for their second home defeat of the season. And it may well have far-reaching consequences beyond a statistic. Boyd. Oh, it nestled on the outside of the net.
Oh, he must have taken a little deflection and get a little touch. Leroy Lita, this is what he brings to the party. He's more mobile, and it does. It's a big block, you know, from Bradley Johnson coming in from that left midfield role.
They've got the time to find another goal, Middlesbrough, and the signs are they've got the inclination as well. Fascinatingly set up, this one, with 20 minutes to go. O'Neill's corner for Middlesbrough. Jason Brown tips it over.
Oh, do the assistant know? Does the referee know? They certainly do. Took a while to give that decision, but clearly I think the Leeds United goalkeeper has to help this over the bar. And on its way. Can't quite see how it comes off, but there's a little touch.
Take two in quick succession for Middlesbrough. Should be Brown's, and is. He's almost nervous in a situation like that because he's not the tallest goalkeeper, is he, Jason Brown?
No, he's not. A decent spring on him, though.
Another Middlesbrough change imminent. Looks like the summer signing Andrew Halliday is going to come on in a moment. He's a wide midfielder.
There's a little nudge in the back of Leroy Lita there. Again, I just wonder how necessary it is. Giving away sloppy free kicks, you can pay the ultimate penalty for doing that.
Mikael Tavares is the one who's going to come off. Effectively the holding midfielder for Middlesbrough, sacrificed for a lively young winger. 18-year-old, the young Scot. One of 8 Scotsmen brought to the club by Gordon Strachan. And that somehow eluded everyone.
What a ball in that is again, you know. Deserves attacking, doesn't it? A few bodies going in there on it. Not sure if anybody gets any significant touch. Very difficult to see. Referee Chris Foyt clearly got a good enough view to give the goal kick there.
By Bradley Johnson, Arca back. Bailey. O'Neill. Heavy touch from Wheater, but Bradley Johnson won't get that. Middlesbrough inching their way up the field. Now going back again. McManus. Arca. Boyd. Up by Connolly. And now Howson can bring it away for Leeds. He's done that really well to get it over Bailey. And runs into the wall that is Wheater.
That's the risk that Middlesbrough are going to have to take now, isn't it? Really throwing bodies forward. Maybe leaving themselves slightly susceptible to the occasional counter-attack from Leeds, who still look very, very well organised, very composed and looking hard to break down.
Was Sommer giving Leeds a well-deserved lead 11 minutes into the match. They enjoyed the lion's share of the first half as Middlesbrough failed to show what they were all about, but we've seen a little bit more from Gordon Strachan's side in this second period. Equaliser from Chris Boyd before a moment of magic from Luciano Becchio. Lita. Middlesbrough looking for the free kick. It's not going to come despite the latest forward charge from the excellent Matthew Bates.
He has been excellent as well, and he has been the most creative player on that right-hand side, hasn't he? Charging forward, trying to make things happen.
Loose throwing given gifted to Scott McDonald. Arca. Collected by Connolly. Here's Bailey. And with big David Wheater. And he seeks Lita.
That's a thumbs up. Still trying to get him into the forward area. Trying to get him so he's got a one-on-one with any of those Leeds defenders.
Becchio. McManus, fresh from his exertions with Scotland. And Halliday. Maybe international caps for his country are ahead of him. Who knows? Bates. Wheater. Leeds giving the impression they don't mind Middlesbrough having the ball in front of them in an area like this.
That's what they do. They make them go through the middle, mop it up when it comes there. There comes a time where Middlesbrough really have to try and force the ball forward. Chasing this game now.
O'Neill. McDonald. Straight at the goalkeeper though from Scott McDonald.
Once again, very, very comfortable, isn't it, for Jason Brown?
And he'll be pleased for that. On an afternoon where he got the nod ahead of Ben Alec, the young on-loan Spurs goalkeeper. Would have hoped, having been brought in on emergency loan late yesterday, that he might get a first-team start, but he's going to have to wait his turn if that is to be the case. Both first-choice keepers. Kasper Schmeichel still a little away from a return, and Shane Higgs picked up a hamstring injury in the last match a fortnight ago. That's why they're certainly stretched in that department. Two on-loan goalkeepers filling both the first-team slot and the bench today. Here's Lita closing down. Good recovery. Needed to be after a slip by Collins.
Just felt just for a second it might just open up for Middlesbrough through the middle of that Leeds defence. Collins did well.
Howson. Connolly. Chance taken. Halliday pounces. Out comes Naylor. You're Simon Grayson, Don. You wouldn't be exactly relaxed about the 3 points just yet, would you?
I don't think any manager that has seen his team throw away a 4-1 lead in a half of football will ever be relaxed.
In a way humbling as well in another derby, if you like. That one's certainly closer to home. Away at Barnsley, beaten 5-2. That'll be in Middlesbrough minds, and it'll also be in Leeds United minds. At the moment they're where they want to be, but it can change in the blink of an eye. Connolly covers.
Leeds United are just dropping deeper and deeper, actually.
Donald looking for Boyd, and he almost pulled out of the way there, Chris Boyd. Furious with the interference coming from behind him.
I don't know whether he gets a shout or not. It's young Halliday who's behind him. Does he shout? He does. He must do, because he pulls out with that, Chris Boyd. You can see his reaction.
What a Super Sunday we have for you tomorrow. One of the most eagerly awaited Merseyside derbies in years. Live from Goodison, 1 o'clock, Sky Sports HD1, also available for you in your home with 3D. And then Blackpool against Manchester City, the haves and the have-nots of the Barclays Premier League. Same channels from 3:30. The last 18 meetings between these two clubs came in the Premier League. It's the first meeting at this level for 21 years, and Leeds inching a little nervily towards a win, which they both desperately coveted coming into the match.
Leeds have got a decent record in Middlesbrough as well, haven't they, recently?
Yeah.
Well, it has been a while since they've played, but prior to that, Leeds had a really good record. Maybe it's another one of those sort of coincidence things going on.
Simon Grayson will be happy of that coincidence. Arca. Back in by Wheater. Leroy Lita jumps. Dugout slightly unconventional about the manner of it by Collins. Bailey. He fired it straight at Sommer. And here comes Faye. Bailey trying to remedy his misplaced pass, and his left Faye on the deck.
Well, didn't look like he got any of the ball there either, did it, Nicky Bailey? Faye's still down.
Eventually, Chris Foy will pull it back for some treatment on Andy Faye.
Does he get any of the ball? Not really sure. Not really sure, but Nicky Bailey was the one who gave the ball away, so he's chasing back. No, I don't think he does. I think Andy Faye pokes it away, and Nicky Bailey comes in slightly late.
It's one of those as well, Don, when a player loses the ball and then chases down like that, you very rarely see play on wave, do you?
No. It's one of those you see it time and time again, isn't it? Frustration of miscontrolling a ball, giving it away, whatever it may be. Chasing back and launching yourself into a challenge.
Well, it's not done and dusted yet, not by a long shot, but the reality of what this situation would mean for Middlesbrough as they prepare for their 2 away trips back-to-back to Nottingham Forest and Norwich in the next midweek round of fixtures, and next weekend is that they would be just 2 points away from the bottom 3. The pre-season promotion favourites hovering above the drop zone with nearly a quarter of the season gone. That's what it would mean unless they can turn this round. Leeds want to make a change and bring on Neil Kilkenny. The 3rd substitution forced on Simon Grayson. Lost a couple of players through illness in the state of George McCartney in the first half, and Sanchez injured. and now 5 by the look of things.
I don't think he's had a lot of football anyway, has he, Andy Fye? So I may have been thinking about bringing him off anyway, but maybe had their minds made up a little bit. Whatever the reasons, that has gobbled up at least 2 or 3 minutes off the clock, hasn't it?
There's a slow hobble and a quick hobble, and that certainly comes into the former variety of it.
Fairly pedestrian hobble. They've changed their mind, haven't they? Because it was going to be Neil Kilkenny. I think Simon Grayson decided that he's going to try and hang on to what he's got, bring Lee Bromby on, and plug 1 or 2 more holes and make it even more difficult for Middlesbrough. But I think it's a dangerous game. I have just sensed Leeds United just dropping deeper and deeper over the course of the last 5 or 10 minutes, as is natural, as you see many teams do. But it is a dangerous game.
So Lee Bromby, another of the many who've been sidelined for the majority of the season, coming back to action for Leeds. That action may well be of the rearguard variety as Middlesbrough look for their second 2-2 draw in consecutive home games. They'll be a little happier with this one than the last one if they can pull it off in the remaining 4 minutes. I would think at least 3 or 4 minutes of added time now. That was a stop of 2.5 minutes for the injury to Andy Fye. McDonald threatening to lose out on the halfway line.
I'm looking at the options forward for Middlesbrough. I'm looking at the movement, I'm looking at the desire, and I'm questioning it. I find myself questioning it. I just wonder if they'd be better served just now for the last 5 minutes or so, sending big David Wheater up as an emergency centre forward and just trying to hit him from different parts of the pitch.
Well, they found him here, David Wheater. He is ambling forward, hoping that Bates can produce another top draw delivery.
No width.
Halliday. And again, lose out. To what effect? Becchio. Sommer. Leeds change down again, realising there's no need to try and force the issue.
Gordon Strachan's going mad on the side because they had an opportunity, Middlesbrough, just to throw the ball into the penalty area. You know, you're 2-1 down at home, things aren't going your way, got plenty of bodies forward and in the penalty area, and you turn inside and you come across the middle of the pitch. Eventually you give it away and you leave yourself open to the counter-attack, and it's just not good tactical nous. Picture paints 1,000 words, doesn't it?
It does. He's known for his patience, isn't he, Steve Gibson? But, you know, as a manager, speculation on your future when things aren't going well is part and parcel of the game. You know it's going to come if times get bad, if the waters get stormy.
We shall overcome.
Certainly at one of the lowest ebbs, and the lowest positions of his tenure at the club, Steve Gibson.
I think when Leeds United came into the season, they got off to a decent start, didn't they? 3 wins in the first 5. Just wondered, are we good enough? Can we really force the issue, mix it up in maybe the playoffs or whatever? And then they had a little bit of a wobble. You get back into the situation where you say, well, it's about consolidation for Leeds United, and of course it is, but you know what, if they can hang on to this, they're great away 3 points. They've got 4 home games coming in the next 6, very, very winnable home games, they will see it that way, and if they can get plenty of wins out of that, they certainly will be pushing for a playoff place.
Well, we're into the last minute of the 90 here. 3 points would take them up to the top 9 places of the N-Power Championship, within 3 points of the playoff places, with 11 games played.
Well, Middlesbrough got a corner. We said earlier, didn't we, in the first half, maybe it was going to be their best opportunities of getting a goal. Now they need one now.
Wheater got his head on it, but to no real damaging effect as far as Leeds are concerned. The last obstacle of the 90 negotiated. We'll wait to see how much added time. Could be as many as 5 minutes, we gather, and there is confirmation. It will be 5 more minutes for Middlesbrough to salvage something.
It's been a very good away performance, hasn't it, from Leeds United? Very disciplined. Middlesbrough haven't caused them too many problems. They've looked a threat when they've been in Middlesbrough's final third as well. So all in all, very good away performance by Leeds.
Snodgrass. Howson. He's done superbly well for his side there, Johnny Howson, and Snodgrass before him.
Playing this extra 5 minutes out to perfection, aren't they? They're keeping possession, and then when they get the chance, they're heading for the corners. Getting hold of it in the corners. It's good discipline.
Becchio using too much of his body to shield the ball, run under the nose of the assistant. Nicky Bailey. Wheater forward, McManus forward, along with the usual striking company. So the pass eludes everyone.
Paul Connolly thought that was a Middlesbrough throw, didn't he? He was going off to get back into his defensive position.
Worth remembering that both these sides came into this match with plenty to stew on over the international window. Middlesbrough, a couple of really disappointing away defeats and a disappointing home surrendering of points from a 2-0 position against Portsmouth. And Leeds with those back-to-back defeats for the first time since their return to Championship football. Looks like it is Leeds who are going to be able to toast the tonic. O'Neill. Bailey. Well away by Neil Collins. It's just what Leeds need at this stage from Bradley Johnson. Snodgrass. Don, if you look just at the context of this match rather than the bigger picture, which will inevitably be focused on in tomorrow's newspapers and indeed the fans as they make their way from this ground. More in a moment, because here comes Scott McDonald. Still going, McDonald. Boyd thought about shooting, did in the end, and it was blocked.
You just thought that was going to open up, didn't you, for Scott McDonald?
Now Bates.
So why are they waiting? Why is he waiting to get closed down before he tries getting that ball in?
Snodgrass trying to clear, Lita closes down. And that'll drift away. I was just going to say, of course, the crucial moment in the match was not just the quality of the lead second through Becchio, but the timing of it.
The timing was crucial. It absolutely was. You said at the time, actually really was a strike worthy of winning any match anywhere in the world, and looks for all the world as if it is going to be the winner.
Well, it's another home defeat. It's more food for thought for Gordon Strachan. It's more ammunition for the supporters who have already made up their minds about him. That's the man whose opinion really counts. Steve Gibson, the chairman, Keith Lamb, the chief executive. On the field, though, it was a Leeds United win earned by a superlative strike from Luciano Becchio. Middlesbrough had looked to be mounting a comeback after Chris Boyd's equaliser early on in the second half, and that after they'd fallen behind in the first to David Sommer's 7th goal of the season. And with 2 away games to come, you really do worry about Middlesbrough's immediate future. But for Leeds United, it is a superb away win up here at Middlesbrough. No wonder their 5,000 fans are celebrating. Let's hear what their players think about it. Greg Whelan is down there with Luciano Becchio.
Well, many congratulations. Quick word to you, Luciano, first of all. How pleased are you with this win today?
Yeah, it's fucking unbelievable. I'm happy. We play very good defender. I don't know. Sorry.
And as a striker, Luciano, how much did you enjoy that goal?
100%. I enjoy the goal, enjoy the game. It's a good game.
Let's bring your skipper in here, Richard. That was some goal, wasn't it, that won this game?
Yeah, great goal, and he nearly had another one with a great strike as well, so we're only pleased for him. He's done great this season. Long may it continue.
Luciano, did you feel a little unlucky not to get a second goal?
Sorry, I don't understand.
Did you feel unlucky that you didn't get a second goal when you hit the crossbar?
I don't know what to say. Sorry.
Well, we think you're unlucky anyway with that one.
Sorry.
Richard, just a quick word with you to finish. What do you think this result can do for your season? It's been inconsistent so far, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has, but it's a good place to come and win, and we're just looking forward now. Positive.
Well, great. Luciano, you're the end man of the match. Many congratulations to both of you.
Thank you.